Yes, ladies and gentle bitches, welcome back to the channel. Here we are back with Sobieska Karate School. Welcome to another class. This is class 8, I believe. And today we are gonna go over something very interesting, something very effective for Lidia that I think most people don't know about. But I know there is one man who knows at this point. Now, this is something I've been meaning to do this Sobieska's Karate School session for a while, right? But obviously I have not been playing Tekken 8. I haven't been making Tekken 8 videos, so I haven't got around to it. But now we're back, and I seen Sesujin made this video last week, right? And when I seen it, I thought, shit! I thought I was the only motherfucker who knew this shit, right? So if you don't know who Sesujin, he's another Lidia player. He posts on YouTube, right? Yeah, so I seen he posted a very similar, basically the same stuff, right? It's going to be very similar. The bread and butter of this that I'm going to go over with you guys is going to be pretty much the same. It's going to revolve around the forward 2-4 punish for Lidia. I've been telling you guys to use this for a while instead of using 2-2 all the time, because 2-2 is really good, right? Especially at the wall, you're getting your wall splat, blah, 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 blah. But in the open, if you got to minus 12, you need to punish with forward 2-4, right? And I'm going to go over the Oki that you get, right? When you go for that forward 2-4 punish. So, this Oki is going to revolve around basically 2 moves, right? I'm going to throw in a couple other options that you guys have. And I'm going to show you guys how it beats your opponent's options, because this Oki is really good. And you guys will have seen me using this for a while, but I haven't yet gone over it in detail. And I remember at the end of season 1, I was telling you guys basically this. I was telling you guys I'm trying to use forward 2-4 more because of this Oki. You guys need to use it more. So today, finally, I'm going to go over this. And I'm going to explain to you how this Oki works and why it's so good. And it involves the last Sobieska Karate School. I went over how good horse free is. And horse free is a key component in this Oki, right? So in case you don't know, class is in session, right? So forward 2-4, right? 12 frame Lidia punish. I've spoken about how Lidia, I think, has some of the best punishment in the game. This for 12 frame, 33 damage, knockdown, wall splat, brilliant, right? So you get this knockdown, and it is like perfect. I feel like this Oki is made for this punish, right? Because it's almost just too perfect. So you see the way their opponent falls. If they go over there, I actually did turn off tech roll, so we're gonna start having them tech rolling, right? So yeah, you get this knockdown. The 2 moves, you know what, let's just start with the horse, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna go straight into horse, and you're gonna throw out horse free, right? And as you can see, like I said, it's just perfect, right? It hits them right as they get up. And again, I've been over how good horse free is. If they block it, whoop-de-doo, bro. Block forward, block horse free all you want. It's great. I don't mind if you block horse free, right? It's still in my favor. There's really nothing they can do, right, if you do horse free. So I'm gonna get them to stand up, and she's gonna do while rising 4. Where's while rising 4, right? It's the fastest move you can do when getting up. And as you can see, interrupted, right? So this is frame tight. Lidia can get up. She can do while standing 4. She can do dick jab. So I'll record her to do a dick jab. And I mean, I'm sure you know exactly what's coming, right? Because horse free, even if there was frames, it crushes high low dick jabs. There's nothing Lidia can do other than, there's one thing they can do, and that is heat burst, right? Any character, it is universal. They can, hold on a second, hold on a sec. Is that because, hold on, because I'm sure they can heat burst. Maybe I was late on pressing the button. So, apparently they can't heat burst. I was certain. I've labbed this so many times. I was sure they could heat burst, but looks like there's nothing they can do, right? There's nothing they can do. There's no button that they can press that's gonna get them out of that situation, right? So, brilliant. Another option that they have, this is the other option that I will use, right? Is same situation, but horse free +4 instead, right? Because obviously you get +6, you get to continue your pressure, whereas horse free, again, even if they block it, I don't mind, but this guarantees that I get to continue pressure in some shape or form, right? Difference is, the problem is, horse free +4 is obviously a high, can be ducked, right? Most people are not ducking when they wake up off of forward 2-4, so I don't really worry about that. But if they are, again, you have horse free. If they duck, you get your heat engage, and we already know how good horse free is. I'm not going to go over what you get for horse free. We already know. I just done a video on that move and how good that move is, so you should already know by now. If you don't, go ahead and check it out. I'm going to put it in the top corner, right? So, this is the core of this Oki right here, right? You knock them down, you do horse free +4, or you do horse free, right? Now, I'm in this video going to go over every wake up option your opponent has, one by one. Now, obviously, side OKIZEME doesn't make a difference which side they tech, because both of these moves are homing, right? Now, quick recovery is going to beat horse free +4, which is why, as you're going to see, horse free is the go-to option. It is unanimously the best option for this Oki, because, again, as we spoke about in the dedicated horse free video, it's going to launch, it's going to float anytime your opponent is airborne, right? And you know people love to use quick recovery, and you've seen me pull this off in videos, right? And it's so useful, and this is why I do it, because if you know your opponent, this Oki is so good when you've made a read, when you've knocked your opponent down a few times and you get an idea, all right, he likes to wake up, hold back to wake up, he likes to quick wake up, he likes to do quick recovery, he likes to tech. When you've figured that out, he likes to stay down, then this Oki really gets, you can really hurt your opponent, right? So, quick recovery. Now, this is waking up backwards, right? Whiff. And again, whiff. So, you can see the kryptonite is waking up backwards, which, to be honest, there's a good amount of people who wake up backwards, right? But again, once you've made the read, once you've established that, all right, this guy likes to wake up backwards, then you're actually not doing too bad. What I used to do when I would knock someone down with this is just go straight in for forward 2, right? But as you can see, if you don't time it right, then you can miss it. And also, a lot of people like to, what I noticed, right? And why I started looking for different options. Sorry, I'm not even there. Why I started looking for different options is because when I would try and do that, and that's working right there, right? It's working a charm right now. I can't even get it to not work. It's working so well. I don't know how I ever got beat. I don't know how I ever got beat by this stuff, now that I'm thinking of it. Where's the toe kick? Is it recovery kick? Damn, this is just winning. I don't know how, but I realized, like, people would wake up kick and it beat me, right? I guess because I would delay. I guess because I was waiting for people to actually get up before I done my forward 2, because I didn't want to whiff it, right? So I would wait a little bit, and then that would happen. That's what would happen, right? I guess I wasn't quick enough. I didn't go straight in, and this would happen a lot. I realized people like to wake up a lot. So that's when I started thinking, I started labbing and thinking, what can I do? And as you can see right there, even the mid kick beats horse free, but we're going to get to that, right? So just like holding backwards to wake up, this is a bit of an issue, but not too much right now, as you can see, right? Because horse free still connects because it has incredible range. And to be fair, 3+4, I feel like something changed, because I feel like that, though, that used to whiff as well. But hey, that doesn't whiff, right? So wake up backwards is good. It also does depend on a few characters. but 90% of the characters, I would say, it is exactly the same, right? See? Okay, so I guess if you're not quick enough, it will whiff. If you are delayed at all, then it will whiff. But if you're right on the money, as you should be, right, you'll be good. Now, this is where it differs a little bit, right? Because if you go Sesujin's video, I'm actually going to put Sesujin's video in the description down below. Shout out to Sesujin, right? This is where you should go and check his, right? This is where what he likes to do and what I like to do to counter are a little bit different, right? Because if you go to his video, he'll show you that you should microdash to beat the backwards wake up, right? And it works real well, to be honest. It is the safer option, right? Just a little micro dash. I'm gonna show you guys, but go to his video and he'll show you in more detail, right? Sorry, backslide. A little micro dash will help the situation, right? And you'll still, if you do the micro dash right, you'll still be pretty much uninterruptible with the horse free. They'll probably be able to heat burst at that point with a micro dash, but that is fine, right? But I'm not going to show you the micro dash, right? Go over to Sesujin's video and he'll go over that micro dash option, right? What I'm going to show you is going to be different. But let's just continue going through your options with horse free, right? So, forward roll, which, let's be honest, nobody is going to do. But I did go over again before the low hitbox on this move, and brilliant, right? But as you saw, horse free +4 is going to lose to forward roll, which again is why horse free is unanimously the best option in this Oki, right? Most of the time, especially before you've really found out how your opponent likes to wake up, you're probably just going to go for horse free, right? Side roll left. I've already showed you. This can be finicky, right? Like that, right? So if you go straight away to the left for some reason, it doesn't land. If you delay a little bit, it will hit them on the ground. So again, this is where the micro dash would be a better option, right? And just be a little bit more consistent and more safe. That micro dash is going to hit them on the ground. If you go straight away and they roll to the left, they will go under your full horse free. I showed you to the right. It will just work. And of course, them being on the floor, horse free +4 isn't gonna work, right? Wake up mid kick. Did show you that briefly, but that is going to be both options, right? Whether you delay, whether you do whatever, right? Wake up low kick is also gonna beat horse free +4, but of course it's gonna be low crushed by horse free. So show you again. Wake up low kick. Horse free. So right now you're already seeing horse free +4. If you know your opponent is going to tech roll on wake up, then horse free +4 is a good option. Again, because you get to apply that pressure, you get the plus frames, right? But it loses to a lot more options. So far, it's lost to wake up. No, it was all right. Wake up backward. It lost to the front roll, side roll, mid kick, and low kick, right? So the only option it's really beat so far is tech roll, because it lost to quick recovery and backslide as well. So it loses to everything other than tech roll, right? But like I said, the main option for this, there's two moves. I'm going to get to the second soon. But horse free is the main option. Again, free +4 is just there. If you know your opponent's going to tech roll, go for that. Keep your pressure going. Take your plus frames, right? So we showed low kick. Recovery kick is much in the same. The toe kick is going to beat free +4. But again, as you would expect, horse free doing the work, right? And again, bear in mind, I don't have to go over how good horse free is, but you're getting heat engagers off of this. You're getting launchers off of this if you are in heat. Brilliant option, right? And then spring attack is, fortunately, going to beat both options, right? So, to round up, right? Horse free +4 loses to every option other than a regular side ukemi, right? Left or right. Doesn't matter each way, but it loses to everything. Horse free beats everything other than back recovery wake up mid kick, and spring kick. Right? Now, this is where we're gonna counter those options. Like I said, if you go to Sesage's video, he's gonna tell you microdash, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Again, that is the safer option, right? But I have a more rewarding option. This is what I like to go for to counter these options that don't work so well, right? And this is another move that I have spoken to you guys about, and it is 3+4. Sorry, 3+4. 1+2, right? Lidia 1+2. Now, if you guys didn't know, let's go all the way back, right? If you guys didn't know, when you knock someone down with forward 2-4, forward 1+2 is uninterruptible, right? There's nothing they can do. You can see, like, they have to block. They can't even, like their move doesn't even come out. They don't even get counter hit. They're so locked in that they have to block, right? And I don't have to time this. I just press the button. You can hold it, right? And that will lead... Why is she not trying to punish? Am I not holding it long enough? And that will lead... Hold on. Baby, you ain't doing nothing. Why is she not... Oh, okay. That's because I didn't set action after OKIZEME. There we go. So it's still the same, right? So I'm going to take this off. That's what we're going to do. She's still going to wake up and... Okay. What's the same? Cool. So, or we can... Boom. You can hold it. There's still, like, nothing your opponent can do in this situation, right? There's just not enough frames. Even if they're trying to heat burst, if you let it go right, you know, boom. So, I'm going to change the punish from the heat burst, right? And I'm going to get her to do again, like a while standing 4. Again, not enough frames. You charge it long enough. Bitch! So, they don't consider that like a while standing situation? Why is she doing anything though? she ain't interested. Okay, so she is oh, because my bad, bro, my bad. I had it on 0. Didn't even realize. My bad. There we go. So again, you see, just to set the stage, right? It works pretty much the same as Horse Free in the sense that it is unreactable, not unreactable, uninterruptible, right? If you time it right as well, you get your counter hit, right? And obviously, oh damn, that's a little bit iffy, but you get the point, right? If they wake up and press buttons, which a lot of people will be doing, right? Especially if you don't go straight into this Oki, if you knock them down and then you go in and apply some pressure, right, a few times, then you kind of bait them. A lot of people will wake up and they'll go straight for their while standing, right? And then that's when you get them like that. So, now that we've established that this is unreactable, we're going to do the same thing again. And we're going to go over which options this beats. So, we've seen side Ukemi left. And side Ukemi right is exactly the same. Now, what I do want to say is I believe, we're just going to check this, right? If your timing is off, you can be, well, you know what? No, because your time is not gonna be that far off, right? So I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna ignore that. Ignore what I was saying. Ignore what I was about to touch on, right? All right. So let's get back in. So side Ukemi, tick, right? 1+2. Quick recovery, right? Still works, right? If you release again, if your timing is right, they cannot block this. I haven't actually set her to block, so my bad. My bad. I'm just going to show you, right? Because we all know quick recovery has some insane recovery. Like, if I was to do... Let's see if I can time. Right? Like, it's so crazy hard to punish, right? You can do it, but it is tight, right? So, if you time this right, you can still get the knockdown. And... it's pretty much the same timing. So you're going to beat the side Ukemi into buttons. You're gonna beat quick recovery if you time it right. And now backslide, right? Now this is, again, this is where it takes a little bit of, you have to be on the ball, you have to make your reads, I guess, and you have to be kind of quick. Because if I do this and I wake up backwards, it's still the same situation, right? But here's what I do, right? If I think, and again, this is on a read. You're not really going to do this off of like visual reaction. You're not going to react, oh, he done a back wake up. I'm going to, right. So you're going to do a read. Again, if you see and notice that your opponent likes to wake up holding back, then this is what I do, right? I'm gonna wait. I don't want him to do that. That's too slow. I want to do something quicker, so you guys know you really have time. You really have time. Just jab. Get him to jab. Yeah. So you're gonna wake up and jab. So what I do, right, is I'll do a quick cancel, right? 1 + 2, and I'll immediately cancel it. Sorry. Immediately cancel it. You gotta be kind of quick. But, and then back 1. Uninterrupted, as you can see. That jab is not beating it, but it will cover that distance of the back wake up. And you will get, and you'll get the hit. They won't be able to interrupt. Sorry, my mind just went blank as I'm trying to, get to the next. And as you can see right there, even if they do a quick roll, right? Even if they do a quick roll, they don't have time to wake up and press buttons. You are frame trapping them. So this, again, is still a good option. So you have multiple options within the same move, right? It's still 1 + 2. You can hold it and let it go, or you can just do that, right? But that option of mixing your opponent, the two options is going to keep their opponent on their toes. So now you've covered the ukemi, and you've covered the quick recovery, and you've covered the back wake up. The problem is with quick recovery, if you do it on that same timing, you're going to get hit, right? Because that step in is just going to take you. So you're still going to lose to quick recovery if you do that specific, you know, if you cancel it, if you expect the back. So you can be made to lose. But I mean, that's a small price to pay, right? Eating a quick recovery. That's nothing, right? So now, onto these other options. I don't know where I am, bro. I don't know where I am. Okay, so wake up backward, right? Same thing. Same thing. That's gonna whiff, but you can do that. And again, you're gonna interrupt anything they can do, but again, you can do that, and that's gonna work on wake up backwards. So all of your options are gonna work on that one, right? Front roll. Not good. Just a weird interaction, but damn, I thought that worked. But again, nobody does front roll. You're not gonna knock anybody down like that and they're gonna forward roll. That's not going to happen, right? So that's probably why I forgot that doesn't work, because it is irrelevant. It is completely irrelevant. No one's gonna do that, right? Side roll left, obviously, as you could expect, that's not gonna work, right? But you don't need it to work for that situation. Same is gonna go for side roll, right? Now, wake up mid kick. This is where it gets interesting again, because horse 3 and horse 3 + 4 lost to the mid kick, right? And this is again where you have to make reads, right? You have to make some reads. But this is a read, but you also can, if you're on the ball, you can react and get this to work, because all you have to do is react and hold it a little bit, just not let the button go. Because what you're going to do is, if you just fully charge this, that is a punish. If your opponent wakes up kicking, full punish. And if you know Lidia, you know that full charge 1 + 2 is one of Lydia's biggest damage launcher. It's only second to full charge Wolf 1 + 2, right? So yeah, if your opponent wakes up with any kick, right, same thing goes for the wake up low kick, punish. Same thing goes for a toe kick, punish, right? And this is why I say Sesujin's idea of going micro dash, it covers more than the 1+2 does, but the reward of getting that full charge launcher on someone doing also spring kick right in my face. You were so close, but you're so far. Oh yeah, it punishes all wake up kick options, right? Spring kick. So yeah, spring kick, recovery kick, low kick, mid kick. And then it also punishes wake up backwards. You have your option, right? So what I was saying, right, is if your opponent, you can't really do it. So if your opponent does like side ukemi, right? Or if you I wish I could just set him to side ukemi or one of these, but you can't. You have to shuffle the whole thing. But anyway, what I'm gonna say, right, is if your opponent gets up with a side ukemi, right, you can react. You can hold this, see them get up, right, and then when they're up, boom, you let that fly, right? If they don't side ukemi, you can just keep hold of the button, right? Just don't let it go. And then if they do any type of wake up kick, oh my god, you're in trouble. Damn, I missed that. And the punish, it's like, it's a true punish. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. It's the video curse. I just want to do like a basic combo. You know, big boy damage, right? And that's not that, like, that's not max damage at all, right? Big boy combo. All because you woke up with a kick or something, right? And that's not even the whole damage, right? Because that didn't include the punish, right? You're already taking 33 damage off the punish, and then you're taking an extra 100 damage because you chose the wrong wake up option. And essentially, that is it for this Oki, right? Like I said, 2 moves, right? Horse free and 1+2 will cover any option your opponent can take, right? Now, obviously, it's cheating a little bit because it is technically a different option by cancelling the 1+2 and going into back 1, right? You could probably even do another... You know what? Let's try... I'm gonna experiment right here. Like I said, I don't know where I am. We're gonna experiment right here. I'm gonna get them to wake up same way. Yeah, so even that works the same, right? And then you get kind of more reward from my execution. Yeah, my quarter QCF. My QCF is bad. Yeah, so you have a lot of time. You can even hold that charge a little bit longer. Not that long, but you can hold it a little bit longer. That's too long as well. Just a slight little bit. Alright, don't bother holding it longer, but you can. You can. Yeah, that was a little bit of a longer hold. The longer hold works better against the back wake up, which is really the only option where you want to do this. The only time you want to do this cancel into back 1 is to catch the back wake up. Everything else, you're just gonna let this fly, or you're gonna hold it full charge, right? Or you're just gonna do horse free. So to summarize, horse free, right, is gonna be everything other than back wake up mid kick, wake up mid kick, and spring kick. It's gonna be everything other than those options. And 1+2 is going to cover those options, right? It's going to be everything other than the front roll, the side rolls on the ground, and that's it, right? It beats everything else as well, I believe. And it obviously, you know, stops your opponent waking up and mashing. So yeah, so it beats wake up backwards, beats the mid kick. Yeah, it beats all of those kicks. You have an option for anything, and every option you have is very well rewarding. And again, you are really at no risk The only time you're at real risk is if you make a wrong read on a back wake up. Right? Why is that working now? What? Okay, you know what it is? I believe. Oh, it's because she's trying to punish. Yeah, that's what it is. My bad. Yeah, this is the only time you're at risk, because obviously if your opponent's on the ball, you're getting punished, right? You're whiffing right in their face. You're getting punished and you're getting launched, essentially, right? So that's the only time you're really taking any risk. If you guess wrong on the back wake up, any other wrong read is really minimal. Like quick wake up, you're gonna get, you know, it's not gonna make any difference. So, you know, something else I want to show you as well. I want to show you really quickly, right? If you do like this, so this is another option. It's not really the best option, but it's an option, right? As you see right there, horse 4, like this is an option, but it's against like certain it's really finicky, right? If they tech to the right, which again, if you pay attention, I guess, you know, again, if you make the read and you realize, okay, he techs to the right, this will track, right? If they go to the left, as you saw, it won't track, right? If they, you know what, I'm not even gonna go into that because it really doesn't matter, right? There you go. So on big characters, it doesn't matter which way they tech. So specific, if you're fighting a big character, if you're fighting Jack and Kuma or Panda, you can use this instead of using 3+4, just because you get the extra 2+ frames, and the reward is just much higher, right? Because if we set them to mash on any of their stuff, you now will get a counter hit launcher, right? So if you're against a big character, it just works a little bit better. You have another really good option, horse 4. If they mash on anything, you can get a counter hit launcher. So that's just a little specific something, right? They can't avoid this. Most other characters can side tech roll to the left and avoid this Oki, but big characters cannot. I thought Fakumlam would have counted as a big character, but I guess not. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so Kuma and Jack, at least, right? They have to hold that, so that's a nice little something. But other than that, that's it. That's the Oki. Forward 2-4. You really want to use this punish. This is something, like I said, I made a really big objective of mine to stop punishing with 2-2. Because while 2-2 is a really good punish, this is just better. This is just better in every way, right? Other than, you know, you get this mix up. But again, like, it's forward 2-4 is just better. So unless it's 11 frames, go ahead and use 2-2. If it's 12 frames and above, 13, use forward 2-4. Definitely what you want to go for. And like I said, you have to actively get it into your brain to stop using 2-2. Use forward 2-4 and run this Oki, because it is really, really good. That's going to be it for today's video. I've been wanting to show you guys this for some time. Shout out to Sessajin for getting there first. But yeah, that's going to be it. That's all for today's Sobieska karate school lesson. And I'll see y'all in the next one. I don't want to know what the next one's going to be, but we'll figure something out. Until next time, like, subscribe, and share. Peace.